Good afternoon, students. Today I'll discuss about the topic hallucinogens. The most culture of man from the earliest times have had the recourse to some form of the narcotic and the hallucinogenic drug. These hallucinogens often derive from the plants. When I use the term hallucinogens, you students are being imagining about the hemp, marijuana, bhang, etc. etc. But you should know that there are so many natural products which are also present and used as a hallucinogens. Here in this lecture, I will discuss about those particular natural products which have the hallucinogenic effect. Here in this content, we should know that what is hallucinogens, what are hallucinogens, that is the classification, how they work, and what are the chemical structures and the various aspects of hallucinogens. Now come to the slide, that is what is hallucinogens. Hallucinogens are the diverse group of the drug that alter a person's awareness of their surroundings as well as their own thoughts and feelings. That means hallucinogens are natural and the synthetic substances that when they inserted or injected into the body significantly alter the state of the consciousness. That means that particular person can visualize the random color, random pattern and object also, and these are called the hallucinogenic effect. Okay, they can keep talking, whispering, singing, laughing, even they can believe themselves as a separate time and spaces. Now the next question is what are the hallucinogens. Previously I told you that the source of the hallucinogens are various natural products. That means they can get from the plant, fungi, etc. etc. So we can classify the hallucinogens as fungus, fungi, peyote, lysergic acid derivatives and the plants. So first talk about the fungi, that is amanita. Yes, this is one kind of mushroom. Though there are 600 species are there, the biological source of that particular fungus is Amanita muscaria, belonging to the family of Amanitaceae. It is the most toxic known mushroom found worldwide, mainly found in the Southeast Asia. So next is the amanitas contain the three class of the toxin. Okay, that is the three class of the toxin, that is the tryptamines, cyclic peptides and the isoxazole alkaloid. Okay, so here this is tryptamine and their example is bufotenin. Tryptamine is a monoamine alkaloid. Okay, tryptamine is monoamine alkaloid. It contain an indole ring. Here you can see that indole ring in the structure and the structural similarity with the bufotenin. Okay, and amine is present here. So it is a structural similarity with the tryptophan, from which this name is derived. That is tryptamine and the bufotenin. The structural similarity is there, but what is the difference between bufotenin and tryptamine? That is hydroxyl group are present here. Okay, and the next is phallotoxin, that is cyclic peptides. This structure is very big, so no need to remember. And the next one is ibotenic acid and the mucimol, that is the isoxazole alkaloid. Okay, here that is isoxazole. Okay, sorry, isoxazole. Isoxazole is an azole with an oxygen atom next to the nitrogen. Okay, this is the class. Isoxazole is a class and the example is ibotenic acid and the mucimol. So in ibotenic acid and mucimol you can see that these common group are present, that is the isoxazole, oxygen next to the nitrogen. Here also mucimol, oxygen next to the nitrogen is present. Okay, the next is fly agaric. The biological source of fly agaric is Amanita muscaria. Yes, it is a similar type of the Amanita, but different species and the slight different morphological characteristics is here. Though both have the bright red color or the orange cap and the white flakes on it. Okay, it contains the mixture of isoxazole alkaloid, ibotenic acid and the mucimol. Previously I told you these are the main main reason for the hallucinogenic effect. And but here the polysaccharides parts have been showed that the tumor activity, the pharmacological effect appears within 1 hour. The next one is peyote. Peyote is a small spineless cactus. Peyote is a Spanish word that means glistening. Okay. Uh, the biological name of the peyote is Lophophora williamsi. Lophophora williamsi, belonging to the family of Cactaceae. The synonym of the peyote is divine messenger, and it is the native of the Mexico and the southwestern Texas, and the primarily found in Chihuahuan Desert in the state of the Coahuila, Nuevo Leon, and the Tamaulipas and the San Luis Potosi. They can reach the height of from the 2 to 7 centimeter in height, and the diameter approximately 4 to 12 centimeter. Okay. The chief constituents of the alkaloid is mescaline. Okay. The first isolated product is anheloline. Okay. Anheloline is the first isolated product, and the mescaline is the main constituents which produce the hallucinogenic effect. Okay. This is the mescaline is the monoditrioxygenated phenethylamine and the amides. Okay. Mescaline is the example of phenethylamine classes. Okay. So here you can see this, the phenethylamine group and the mescaline, here it is present. Okay. So what is the difference between these two, that is mescaline and phenethylamine? That is, mescaline is oxygenated product, that means oxygen rich. Okay, here you can see oxygen rich, and it is also present, and it also contains the tetrahydroisoquinoline, which is anheloline. Okay. Next one is hemp. Indian hemp plant was originally considered as a distinct species, but came to regard as a variety of Cannabis sativa, the common European hemp, which thus exhibited a variety of the ecotypes, giving rise to differing the cannabidiol mixture. Okay. The scientific name of hemp is Cannabis sativa, belonging to the family of Cannabinaceae. It is mainly dried flowering tufts and the fruiting tufts of the plant. In this plant mainly found in the India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, USA. And the morphological, if you consider the morphological character, the color is the dull green, odor is very characteristic and strong, and the taste is acrid pungent. The shape is flattened. The cylindrical masses consists of the branches, upper part of the stem with the bracts, bracteoles, pistillets of flower, fruits, and the seeds. The main important is the chemical constituents. Okay, that is, Indian hemp comprise 15 to 20% of resin. So from where we can get this resin? The glandular trichomes. Okay, which contains the major active euphoric principle. So what is euphoric principle? Euphoria is the effect or pleasure or the excitement and the intense feeling of well-being and happiness. Okay, this is euphoria. So it contains euphoria principle, it gives a euphoria principle effect. Okay, but this chemical is tetrahydrocannabinol, that is THC, 1,3,4 trans tetrahydrocannabinol, THC. Okay, the other chemical components are cannabidiol, cannabinol, cannabidiol hydroxylic acid. Okay, it contains volatile oil, trigonelline, and the choline. Here you can see this chemical structure. You need to remember this chemical structure. Okay, and it is used as the narcotic and sedative. Now when I called you that the product of hemp. You should know that you know previously that hemp is used as a fiber, but here in this part, in this content, we should talk about the hallucinogenic part. Okay, there are three parts of hemp plant, that is ganja, bhang and charas. These are three parts, that means they are different from another. Okay, so what is ganja? We should know what is ganja, what is bhang and the charas. So which part actually? So what is ganja? According to the Pharmacopoeia 1958, Indian hemp or ganja required to contain not more than 10% of fruits, large foliage of leaf and the stems over 3 millimeter. Okay, the term ganja is an Indian term, and in English it is called marijuana. It is illegal to produce, so you should need the license. Okay, so which part is this? That is the resinous top, largely unfertilized female part. Unfertilized female parts are cut above 5 months after sowing and pressed into a cake. Okay, so it is very important, that is unfertilized female plants. Okay, here you can see this, the 10% of its fruits, large leaf, foliage leaf and the stems. Okay, next is bhang. Bhang is Hindi word and the Arabic word is hashish. They consist of large leaf and the twig, both male and female plants. So it is, bhang is both leaves and twigs of both male and female, but ganja is only female part. Okay, so it is not burned, and hash is a cannabis concentrate. Which part is this? Hash is cannabis. Hash is a cannabis concentrated product composed of the compressed or purified preparation of stalk resin gland. Okay, called trichomes. Okay, so pressed hashish is usually solid, and the water puffied is the liquid. Water puffied hashish often called as the bubble melt hash, or simplified the bubble hash. Okay, here you can see these, the pressed hashish, the solid one, and the bubble hashish, the liquid. They produce actually the hallucinogenic effect. The last one is the charas. Charas is a type of the cannabis extract, very similar to hashish, but there is a difference. What is the difference? It is made by separating the trichomes from the cannabis plant matter to produce a highly concentrated extract. Okay, actually this is the dried plant material. Okay, this is the dried plant material and made up of with hand rolling method. Okay, here you can see this hand rolling method. This is charas. Now the next class is lysergic acid derivative. Lysergic acid derivatives, that means a chemical component which is derived from the lysergic acid. So lysergic acid itself produces a hallucinogenic effect, and the derivative which is derived from that lysergic acid, it also gives the hallucinogenic effect. The hallucinogenic properties of the lysergic acid and its particular the diethylamide derivatives as well known. Okay, diethylamide, you should know that diethylamide. Which group is called diethylamide? I will show you. Okay, this acid forms a non-peptide portion of a number of ergot alkaloid and can also be produced by the suitable cultivation of the fungus and in the liquid culture. Okay, the lysergic acid also found as a component of the some convolvulus seeds. Okay, here you can see this lysergic acid derivative, lysergic acid here, and diethylamine. So when lysergic acid react with diethylamine, it can easily replace this OH group, that is hydroxyl group, and produce LSD. That means here you can see this ethylamide. Okay, ethylamide. So LSD is formed, derivative of lysergic acid. Okay, so LSD, what is the full form of LSD? That is lysergic dimethylamide. Okay, lysergic dimethylamide, not lysergic derivative, lysergic dimethylamide. Okay, what is the pharmacology? That it it mediates behavioral response to the partial activation of serotonin 5-HT receptor. Okay, it partially activate the serotonin 5-HT receptor. This is the main pharmacology behind the hallucinogenic effect. So from morning glory seed we can get easily the lysergic acid. Okay, this is the biological source of morning glory seed is the Revia corymbosa, belonging to the family of Convolvulaceae. And from this morning glory seed we can get the arginine, argometrin, LSH and the lysargol. LSH means lysergic acid hydroxymethylamine. Here you can see that LSH, that is hydroxyethylamide. Okay, hydroxyethylamide. And argometrin, there is a similar structure to argometrin, but what is the difference? That is one CH2 group is here. Okay, so from many other species are there, morning glory seeds and other species are there, from which we can easily get the lysergic acid and lysergic acid derivatives, so it can produce the hallucinogenic effect. So there are so many plants, so many fungus are also is there which can produce the hallucinogenic effect. So for our content it is enough for that particular topic. Okay, thank you.